This is Trailblazer Postgame, presented by Johnson Pediatrics.
Welcome back to Burns Arena. It's a final. Utah Tech losing to Abilene Christian 86-79. Trailblazers, fifth straight loss. Abilene Christian, they win their sixth in a row, and the Wildcats clinch a spot in the Western Athletic Conference. And Mike, for the Trailblazers with this 86-79 loss, they pretty much have to win out the next two games on the road at UTRGV on Thursday, and then Saturday afternoon against Stephen F. Austin. So they're going to be 2 games behind Stephen F. Austin. They've got to beat UTRGV on Thursday. UTRGV, they're in the bottom of the WAC. So it's a tough one. They played well at times tonight. But, again, turnovers, just the big bugaboo again. Let's look at the stats, Mike, here on the Johnson Pediatric postgame show for turnovers. How many turnovers did they have here in this game? They had 18 turnovers, which led to 23 Wildcats points. Free throws, the Trailblazers missed 9 free throw attempts compared to only 3. So right there, you add that up, there's your ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just those little things, right? I really thought they played hard tonight. There was some really good energy, good start to the game. I thought the execution was good. It's just those little things that just keep adding up. Free throws and turnovers just seems to be the story in these Trailblazer losses.
So the Trailblazers now, they dropped to 6-12 in the Western Athletic Conference. They're 2 games out of that final spot behind Cal Baptist, which got a win over UTRGV tonight. All right, we've got to announce our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker of the Game. Who would that be, Mr. Mike?
It's out of Tanner Christensen and Beon Riley. Beon Riley with the game's only double-double. 15 points, 10 rebounds. I thought he made some really big plays.
Let's go with that.
Okay, let's do it.
Beon Riley is our Appliance Wholesaler Plus Playmaker of the Game. Appliance Wholesaler Plus, shop local and see the local boys at AWP, the playmakers in the appliance business across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Now we go to our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Tough decision here. You've got 3 guys, 2 you already mentioned.
You throw Noah Gonzalez in that mix with 21 points. I thought Noah just played so hard. He made big-time plays. They needed him. Without his game, Trailblazers get blown out tonight. And I thought he really played well. Tanner
Christensen playing his final home game here. If they didn't have his play and his muscle inside, they'd have been blown out. I want to go with Tanner since it's his last home game.
I absolutely agree. That would be just fine. I mean, Tanner Christensen.
Sentimental pick there, Mike.
Absolutely. Plus, he carried them. When you look at how physical this game was, and the weight that he had to carry, just banging those guys, they brought one big guy out after another off the bench, and Tanner Christensen answered that bell.
So Tanner Christensen is our Hearst Ace Hardware Player of the Game. Find a variety of products and prices that please in the heart of St. George's City, Hearst Ace Hardware. Tanner Christensen, his final numbers, Mike. Let's give those out.
Well, Tanner Christensen.
He only had 2 points at halftime, by the way.
I was going to say, another huge half, the second half. 15 points, 4 of 6 shooting, 7 of 12 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, a block shot, and 3 personal fouls. Remember, he got in foul trouble early, didn't play a lot. I mean, when you look at his minutes, Tanner Christensen only played 24 minutes. So productive stat line for only playing 24 minutes.
All right, next up for Utah Tech Thursday night at UTRGV. And then they wrap up the regular season Saturday afternoon at Stephen F. Austin. Hopefully that game will mean something, that they can get a win and make it a season sweep over SFA and get to the WAC tournament. But a lot to be done between now and then.
I was going to say, there's a lot of work to do, and it's hard, right? I mean, mentally, emotionally, there's a lot of things that go into this. Keeping you guys focused and keeping them hungry and ready to go. They're going to need all of that to go on that Texas road trip.
All right, we're going to take a break. Johnson Pediatric postgame show will come back. Hopefully we'll get to hear from head coach John Judkins. Once again, 86-79, Utah Tech losing by 7 to Abilene Christian. Be right back.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealEstate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at southernutahrealestate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Got a project at work or around the house? Well, think Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all the top brands like DeWalt, Milwaukee, and Stihl. Plus, Bucks has the best sporting goods department. You've got to see their gun department. It's stocked with a great selection of guns and ammo and accessories. 2 locations at the Dino Crossing in St. George or State Street in Hurricane.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
It's any card for the win right now at Mountain America Credit Union, which means it's time to score some cash. Simply tap, swipe, or click checkout with any Mountain America debit or credit card to be entered into a weekly giveaway for up to $500, now until September 30th. Visit macu.com/anycard to learn how to earn extra entries or to open a new account today.
If you're out driving and something happens to your car, truck, or even wheelchair, and you end up stuck at a rail crossing, it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Here's what you do. Get out if you can and look for this blue sign on the metal pole. Call the number on the blue sign, and when they answer, tell them the crossing number. The number is right here. This tells them the exact location of the crossing. This is the fastest way to get trains stopped before coming through the crossing. Look for the blue. It helps you.
Welcome back inside Burns Arena. The Johnson Pediatric Postgame Show continues. Rod Zundel along with Mike Olson. All right, Mike. Well, it's Elvis Presley. He sang it best. It's now or never. Tomorrow's too late.
It is. And when you look at what is to come, I mean, Utah Tech has beat Stephen F. Austin. So here,
and UTRGV, both at home.
Both at home, 75-70 win over Stephen F. Austin. So going into this last weekend series, you do have some confidence, right? As a coach, you can build on that. Like, these are 2 teams that we have beat. We beat them at home, but we can beat them. Going back to that film and watching that and evaluating how you beat these 2 teams, you've got Stephen F's UTRGV, 2 remaining games, you've beat both of them. That's got to have a little bit of confidence.
And, Mike, the Trailblazers, they've not played bad basketball. The last month, they played pretty good. It's just those little spurts and they turn the ball over too much, which they just can't overcome. Other than that, on free throws, they played good basketball. They've had good shooting percentages.
Yeah.
They good steals, pretty good defense. It's just they can't get over the hump. It's a learning curve.
Yeah,
that they haven't quite passed the test yet, like Abilene Christian has or Tarleton has.
That's right. And I think the other thing that we're not seeing a lot of is the chemistry, right? I mean, this is a team that you've always got 1 or 2 guys out. It's hard to build chemistry when you've got guys out.
Okay, we're going to take another break. When we come back, the head coach, John Judkins, will join us. Johnson Pediatric postgame show. We'll come back to Burns Arena.
He's on the 30-yard line, the 20, the 10.
You wouldn't want an incomplete football game. So why use a website with incomplete listings of Southern Utah properties? SouthernUtahRealestate.com is the most complete, most accurate, and most comprehensive property search in Washington County. Because we're not focused on everything, just on the part that we like the best. Find your Southern Utah home at SouthernUtahRealestate.com.
Finley Hyundai, committed to high-quality service and sales for local drivers. Stress-free car buying guaranteed.
Back here in Burns Arena, Johnson Pediatric postgame show. Utah Tech coming up on the short end tonight, 86-79. Rod Zundel now along with the head coach, John Judkins. And all right, Coach, your impressions here. You guys play some pretty good basketball, except for just a little bit there in stretches.
Yeah, that's what I said at the game. I wrote 3 things on the board. I first asked him, guys, we've played 29 games, and we're doing the same stuff that's costing us games. I said, I want you guys to tell me what those 3 things are, or 2 things. I really asked for 2 things. First one was turnovers. 18 turnovers tonight, which is way too many.
Yep.
But you gave up 23 points off turnovers, and we lose by 7.
Yep.
So you take half those away. And then you go on with foul shooting. And we've been consistent with that, 63, 62%. And again, when we make our runs, then all of a sudden we don't, do that. So real quick, Jeff, will you throw those balls out of here? Let's take that with the ball. So our manager should put them away. So anyway, sorry.
Okay. Hey, you got some house cleaning to do,
some
Coach.
other crap too.
Yeah,
So
all right.
So and the last thing is we've had a lead every game, Rod. Tonight we're up 10 with what was that? 10 minutes in the first half.
Yeah.
We're up 10. We've had leads. Now you got to build on those leads, and we don't. We think, and then again our turnovers. You're going to have them, but God, we had 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Jalen had 3 of them. Just forcing stuff. Just we're trying to get the ball to Tanner. I understand that. He was having a pretty good night, but we're trying to make these incredible passes instead of just make an easy pass. If I can't get it to him, then let me get a better angle from either throw the ball to somebody else or dribbling it.
Yeah.
But we had 5 straight turnovers, and that's where they build their lead. So that part's frustrating. It's like we just haven't learned from it. And I don't know what we show them. We talk about it every single day until they want to do it. It's just going to be one of these nights like this.
Even though the execution wasn't there at times, you cannot fault these guys in their effort.
No.
I mean, they gutted it up tonight.
Well, look, we got it up. Our rebounding was good. I mean, we did all the things we wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's just those stupid turnovers.
Yep.
That's all it was. And again, I love these kids. I love how hard they fight. I love how they don't quit. But, man, we just got to be mature and learn. Losses suck, but if you learn from losses and you get better, then you can kind of handle them. Right now we're losing and we're not seeing those things, but we're playing good ball.
Yeah.
That's the sad part. Like you said, we're playing good enough ball to win.
Yeah.
It's just we're not making plays down at the end when we need to make them.
Okay, Cal Baptist won, so you're 2 games behind them. Stephen F. Austin, they're going to lose at Grand Canyon. You're going to be 3 games behind them.
Yeah, we got to win out. It's over.
Yeah, so you got to win out.
We got to win out, and we hope Cal Baptist loses both, and then and they got 2 tough games.
Yeah.
They do have 1 at home, and they do have 1 on the road.
Yeah.
But we got to win our next 2 games. It's that simple. We don't win our next 2 games, we're out. It's that. So we talked about this all week. Hey, we can wait till the last 2. Or we can, take these 2 and take the next 2 and we're in for sure. We're in for sure. Now we got to fight for everything we have. But maybe that's what these guys need. Maybe they need to have this going, hey, this could be our last game. This could not, but we got to fight. And I love the fight. I really do. I love the fight. I thought Trey gave us some good minutes. I thought Tennessee gave us some really good minutes again tonight. We just got to figure out ways to win and be tougher with the ball.
All right. Thursday, final 2 road games of the regular season. Thursday at UTRGV. Then you wrap it up Saturday afternoon at Stephen F. Austin. You know what you got to do. Now you just got to go do it.
2 tough games. We just got to take one at a time. We got to get that one on Thursday or it won't matter. So that's our plan. And we leave early to get over there. We got to get ready and we'll see how it goes.
All right, we'll get you ready for those 2 final games Tuesday night on the John Judkins Coaches Show at 6 o'clock on the Fan Sports Radio Network and also Trailblazer Sports Vision. So that'll do it here. Thanks to Coach Judkins and thanks to our –
last thing. Hey, crowd tonight was unreal.
Yeah, it was great. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it was great.
It was unreal, and I want to thank everybody. Our last home game, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I thought that was great. Great for Tanner. We're going to miss Tanner. Yeah. Tanner is a big part of us, and to have his last home game here, it was tough to to end like this, but wow, the crowd was here tonight. I do appreciate you guys still supporting us and going from there.
Other than
Thank
the
you.
Southern Utah or Utah Valley game, this was the biggest and the best crowd.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
All right, well, with that said, we'll call it a night. Okay, the final score here in Burns Arena, Abilene Christian 86, Utah Tech 79. We'll talk to you next Tuesday night on the John Judkins Coaches Show. Good night, everybody.